Welcome, Center of Light, all my friend. That right there. That's what we want. That's what we're all becoming. At least hope to. Welcome, the Center of Light. All the meditation, all the spiritual practice for every soul that was ever born on this planet. All the spiritual work they have ever done has been for this moment. That's what we hope to become. Because it's the lack of this that caused all the trouble that we find ourselves submerged in. But is it really trouble? Or is it the greatest thing that's ever happened to the human race? Center of light. When we have clear mind and we use the light that lives within all of us on purpose, then we begin to live our purpose. Good news. The Schumann resonance is the highest it's ever been in recorded history to date. Love is winning. In fact, it's already won. It's already won. The Schumann resonance is as high as it's ever been. In fact, here are my notes. The Earth vibrates at 7.83 hertz. We have shifted to 110 hertz. That's an 11. The door is open. 11:11, the door is open. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight we're speaking about witnessing. And I don't mean praise baby Jesus witnessing. I mean becoming the witness. Center of Light witness. Shh. See the guy to the right, the little emoji? Shh. But it's a clock. Time is now. I ask that every time you see, all day long, when you think about it, or you can, when you see the number 11, just go into meditation. Bless the earth with light. This is very, very critical at this point. We're winning. Also, a couple other notes. Hello, Link. Hello, Dana. Hello, Leland. Margaret, Zach, Kim, Sheila, Charissa, Sana, Nori, Love. Let's see what's happening. Let me see if I can refresh the YouTube side of things. Ah, Kelly's here. Rena's here. Hi. So, the Schumann resonance is as high as it's ever been. We went from 7.83 to 110 hertz. I was just informed by a sister friend of mine who received some information on 5G. We all know the hype about 5G, okay? Let's put that over there. But here's a new piece of information. And I love and trust the sources of where I get my information, or some of my information. A friend sent us some information on 5G. There's a galactic command. Let me just read it. If the galactic command stopped nuclear devices from going off on our planet over the past 50 years, then they can intervene with 5G as well. They love us so much and wish to see us ascend and be unified as part of the galactic council, no longer being an enslaved planet. Just got off the phone with a dear friend of mine who's been channeling Ashtar Command. She said that she got a download about 5G. The Ashtar Command told her that they are aware of the dangers of 5G and the detrimental health effects the technology currently has. She was also told that once the network is up and running, the command will use the technology to start transmitting frequencies of healing for the planet and change its negative effects. That's pretty powerful stuff. And there you go. The Schumann resonance is up. I also want to make an announcement. Tomorrow, something can go very strange. Tomorrow, something can go very strange. Just be aware. Heads up. If it doesn't happen, no love lost. I'll give you an idea what it could be from other inside sources. Someone who was in the military, who is now a famous doctor, got some intel stating that I'm not into the hype and the nonsense. I'm just relaying a message. That the media, social media, your phone, all gets shut down. We've heard this before. I'm just repeating. It gets shut down, and we could possibly be forced for everyone to watch or the atrocities of the bad people. Footage of you seeing all the crazy things that you know the elite and the Satanists have been doing. You don't want to watch? Don't look. I guess the purpose is to reveal to the world. Revelation, hello? Is to reveal to the world the evil. And what it has been doing way before we had this technology. But now we're living in the age of technology where we can see Revelation, Apocalypse. Sometimes it takes a kick in the balls, a chop in the throat, a punch in the heart, a kick in the gut. Well, if such a thing does happen, tomorrow, I think it's supposed to last a couple of days, whatever. If such a thing does happen, I suggest we all look at it. Human trafficking, children being tortured. We should watch it. Just a heads up. Welcome to Center of Light Witness. What's up, Joe? Shh. That's the presentation tonight. Witness. What do I mean by witness? It is very crucial. Very crucial at this stage of your game that you become simply just that. A witness. As we may have the opportunity to see that tomorrow if the media shuts down and begins to pump the masses with video of what's been happening in the world. So as we become witnesses, we don't speak. We don't talk. You watch. Simply just watch. Observe. Take it all in. Bring it into your heart. Mix it up a little bit in your divine blender. And you make a divine cake with it, is what you do. Angel food cake. Or devil's food cake. Either way, it's up to you, up to me, up to us, up to we. Become a witness. Just watch. However often a person chooses to engage in this, you're losing footing. If you want to talk to your friends and your family and be a part of a group, I get all that. When you get pulled into the current of the world that's fastly going down the drain, you let your hands off of it. You let it go down the drain. Don't try to save the world. You don't have to save the world. The world doesn't need saving. Let the world die. The world that you knew, because you don't know it anymore, the world that you knew, let it die. Don't worry, a new one's being birthed. It's like a snake. Snake? Shedding its skin. It's vulnerable. A snake shedding its skin, or a crab molting its shell, or a butterfly, caterpillar turning into a butterfly. In this stage, the pupa stage, it's very vulnerable. But what it once was is going to die. So that something new, like a butterfly, can be born. That world is being birthed. Get out of the old world. Get out of the old world. I'm not interested anymore. What is this new world going to look like? I talk about this every so often. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Juan Perez. What is this new world going to look like? It's not going to be by seeing. The new world is not seeing, but rather being. The new world is being. It's not seeing. You will see the effects of our beingness once we begin to come out of the cocoon. Hello, quarantine. Don't expect it to change here. That's not what you're interested in. That's a great barometer and measurement stick. That's not what your gauge is. How you feel will tell you how you are doing, regardless of the storm that may be happening out here. Some people love the storms. Some people sleep during them and they can't wait for them. And some people are scared shitless of a storm. It's all about you. Center of light, witness. Shh. Suddenly through the silence, the new world appears. This is very, very literal. So the new world is you can have whatever world you want. Individually, everybody gets their world. It's always been that way. But now everybody gets their world to the hilt. You can have whatever world you want. And feeling is your barometer. But there is going to be a split. People are going to continue to listen to what's being offered out here. And it may be valuable information, mind you. But it's not the whole slice. It's not the whole cake. It's not the whole angel's food cake. It's only a slice. I want the whole cake. Hello, Anna. Hello, Georgia. Center of light, witness. Shh. In order for us to recognize the new world, which is not a world of seeing out here, but it's a world of being in here. And your feeling base will let you know exactly how nicely or not so nicely you are entering into your new world. It's happening right now. Neither should they say lo here nor lo there, for the kingdom of God is within. Seek ye the kingdom of God within first, then all things should be added unto you. So if you understand how you feel, and your feeling base is your kingdom or queendom, and you're joyful, then all things should be added unto you. So don't worry about what the facade of the outside world looks like. That is not your base barometer. That's your base barometer. Eventually, when everyone gets on board and begins to group together, profound change is going to happen. It's happening already. Ironically, everyone is separated, yet through this lesson, we are all beginning to unify, and we can't even damn near kiss somebody on their face. Imagine when we do get out. We're going to have a lot more respect for ourselves, others, and the world. That's the kingdom. Everything else that's being fed to you, mainstream media, even some not so mainstream media, has a potential to poison you. So, when we seek the kingdom of God within and we find joy, bliss, comfort in that, then all things will be added unto us. This is where we are. You're going to see this great split between family, between friends, between cities, between countries, between nations. But it's not necessary. There doesn't have to be such a great rift or rend or divide. To some degree, there is going to be a division. And those who gets the provisions are the ones who make clear-minded decisions. Clear. I'm clear. There's nothing in the way between me and my Creator. There's nothing in my mind that is stifling the love and light of my Creator for moving through this vessel, meaning you. and me, us and we. And those who are not able to shine so brightly in all love, they will be the being that they need to be somewhere else, on some other bandwidth, on some other reality. Though they may be standing right next to you, they are living truly in their own world. Many of you already know this. Many of you already know this because you're experiencing it. The world's getting loud, isn't it? It's going to get louder. You get quieter. Shh. Witness. Observe. Just watch. Engage as little as possible until you know it's your turn to engage, so you can be a strong and mighty influence. Witness. Just watch it. Like a movie. You can ho-hum and laugh and or cry or even get a little mad like you do when you watch a really good movie. But you can't change the film. You can't change the script the actors are acting out in the theater. Well, in this theater of life, don't try to change it. It will grab you by the hand and pull you in. Oh, you want a part of this? Well, boy, come on in. The next thing you know, you're lost in the conundrum and in the whirlpool itself. And that spin can be so tough, you may not know how to get yourself out of it. Well, Keith, all I have to do is make a new decision. Are you sure that the situation you may find yourself in will allow you to do that? Or will you be hunkered down, so scared to death, that your primal instinct of fight, fright, or flight says, you ain't going anywhere. You won't be brave enough to jump off this mountain. I know it, you know it, so stop kidding yourself. And then you're going to seek solace and comfort and shelter with others who believe the same way that you do. And this collective group of people are going to create a collective group mess. There won't be enough toilet paper that one can buy to wipe one's ass to hope to ever become clean, cleansed, purified enough to ever step a pinky toe in the Garden of Paradise. Again, the new world is not a world of seeing. The new world is a world of being. Hello, Robert. Understand? How are you feeling simply? How do you feel today? How did you feel yesterday? How do you project or think you're going to be feeling tomorrow, knowing that you know yourself well enough, knowing that tomorrow is going to be Sunday? Does Sunday have a significance for you? Or significance for you? Is it the death of a loved one that you're going to fall into grief? The anniversary of the loved one that's passed, and you're going to fall into grief? Good grief, don't do that. Respect, celebrate their life. What I'm saying to you is, this is your last chance. This is all our last chance. At least for this 26,000 year go round. The window is still open. It'll be open for a while. But you do want to take this time as we look at this splash banner. Top right corner. As we all want to take this time to become a witness. And we can only do that successfully to the nth degree is when we and then suddenly, through that very silence, the beautiful new world appears. How many of you are grabbing that? Everyone send me an exclamation point if you not only understand that, I'm sure you understand it, but how many of you are truly understanding it and beginning to live that experience? Send me an exclamation point if you do. If you kind of get it, send me a period. If you have no clue at all about it, send me a question mark, and I will talk to you personally because I love you. You are living in the most magnanimous time ever, beyond any other human being ever born on this planet. That's how powerful this is. The world is not coming back. The garden is opening up, but that world isn't. Would you want it to come back? It wasn't working. So now we're being put in check, a reality check. Joe says he's got some exclamation point. Robert's got exclamation points. Dana's got exclamation points. Lincoln. That's not it. Doesn't exist out here. I understand the practicality of life. This is where we are. We're on earth. And we do want to live in the world, but we want to make sure we understand that we're not from the world. We are spirit. We live in the world, but we're not of the world. Sana says she's exclamation pointing all the way. So what I'm saying is tomorrow there is a potential for your phone, computer, TV screen to shut down. And then video from, you have no idea where it's coming from, will begin to play. Hello, Paige. Gail, Paige. Video will begin to play of some not so pleasant things. I urge you to watch it, if this does happen. I urge you to watch it. I hope the whole planet gets a glimpse. And I want to watch stuff like that. Yes, you do. You do want to watch it. You may not like the idea, but some part of you knows it's for your own good and the good of the entire race, if this does take place. We've all been hearing a lot of stuff like that, so I'm not trying to clump that into that kind of hype, and that's not what I don't want that for me nor anyone else. But I can understand that there are some serious light workers out there. Are you one of them? You know the answer to that. You don't have to answer it to me. There are some serious light workers out there because they're connected in here. People behind the scenes don't care about credit. They don't care about, fame, money. They don't care about any of that. They're working behind the curtain, behind the scenes, and they're making a difference. So just a heads up tomorrow that it's a likeliness that you're going to be in technology darkness for a few days. And what's going to come through the technology is going to be some darkness for a few days in a few different ways. Welcome to Center of Light Witness. Shh. So that's it. If this does happen tomorrow, witness it. Take it in. It will transform all of us, I bet. And I bet exponentiating our ascension time, the guy on the right-hand side, will be hastened. It's happening already. I assumed, many people assume, that when this awakening process was going to start, we had no idea it was going to happen right after the new year, but I did say December 31st, tomorrow the world's going to change. There's nothing you can do about it. But now that this is happening, I'm not saying it's not going to take years for it to turn completely over or completely within itself. But it's picking up. People are becoming righted. They're becoming VOD. Because they're becoming NOD. People are waking up. People are becoming unified through this crazy separation. We can feel it. I want to share with you that Monday night, I'm going to bring Center of Light Radio back, slowly but surely. I needed a break. I was watching the Facebook stream today, and something was there in the form of a video. Psychic, medium, clairvoyant, powerful, doesn't hold any punches, by the name of Dr. Michelle Piper. She said, Keith, I want to call this The Awakening, and do not confuse it with everybody throwing the spiritual cliche, The Awakening, around. They call her Motherella. I sat in complete awe for an hour watching this lady in her passion, in her fire, and she was pissed. That's right, Robert. People have become pissed off. Not mad. That's childish. And that's pouting. She's pissed. We're all pissed. But she was firing out these love nuggets of truth that when I have her on the show Monday night, If foul language bothers you, don't show up. Because she's going to let the cannon go. And not out of anger, but out of fire. And if what she offers you think is going to hurt you because you lean into a little more of the mainstream way, don't show up. Something is not right in Denmark. And she's going to spell it out for you. She says, I get messages from the spirit world and I say exactly what they tell me. Hello, Eddie Harris. So again, excuse me, Monday night on Center of Light Radio, Dr. Michelle Piper, Motherella. She literally speaks to the other side and she's a medium. She's truly phenomenal. I had a Skype conversation with her today for about 20 minutes. I'm excited that you get to meet her. Center of Light tonight, we're speaking about being the witness. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Yeah! Talk about my baby. Center of Light witness. Shh. In order for us to understand any fragment of this game being played on us, the universe has a sense of humor. We're going to have to go deeper into levels of quiet. The mind needs to be quiet. Something happens. Observe it. This thing, if it happens tomorrow with the videos, don't, oh my God. Well, if you're going to do that, give yourself 2 minutes of oh my God, then stop it. And then witness it. Take it in. Put on your big boy, big girl pants and watch it. It will shift you inside to a level of making a choice beyond a level of consciousness you didn't know that you've made that very choice. I'm assuming that's the spiritual purpose of it. I think it's time to take a breath. Lavender Soul Breathe. I'm going to be right back.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
There is no one else but me, and God who's in my heart. So I'll breathe, breathe and expand myself to know there is no one else but me and
Welcome back to Center of Light. The lyrics for the song you just heard by my spiritual group Lavender Soul. Listen to this. Tell me this does not point till today. This was recorded 12 years ago. All my life I've lived astray, looking each and every way to be what I wanted to be, to see what I wanted to see, and know that God is by my side. There is nothing I need to know. All the wisdom is within my soul. All along I knew the way. Time has told me every day to be what I wanted to be. That's where we are. Center of Light. Welcome, Faye. Hello, Sheila Gibson. I'm glad you're still here. Tamara, I just announced that I'm having Dr. Piper on the show Monday. So welcome everyone to Center of Light. I want to get down into some dialogue with you. I want to see who's here. I want to acknowledge everyone. Nori's here. Hi, Nori. Faye, Tamara, Joe, Sana, Gail, Kim, Sheila Gibson's still here. Good. It's been years, Sheila. Once this craziness ends, Sheila, we're going to get King's Trio back together. What's up, Brother Link? All right, let's get down to... I've been using this message a lot from my book, my bestseller. If you have not bought it yet, sales pitch. I'll take it. Purchase this book. It's prophetic. It tells where we come from, where we are. This was in 1997, 6 to 98, when the majority of this script was written by Spirit via this vessel. From my book, The Divine Principle. I've been using this message a lot lately, but I guess it's important. I was led to repeat it. Tonight is titled Center of Light Witness, Becoming Quiet in a Noisy World. And you'll know when it's your turn to step in, because you will be nudged by your soul. Do it. And you do it. In fact, you don't even have a choice in the matter. You know there's no way you cannot do it. Shh. We have to be quiet to understand the simple promptings of spirit. Be still and know that I am God. And we won't be able to know of those promptings if the monkey's rattling off in the head. Suddenly, through the silence, the new world will appear. Jesus says, seek ye the kingdom of God within. The good news is that the truth process has already begun. 96. It is not difficult to find malfeasance of all kinds revealing itself. Governments are being exposed for what they do. Officials of some religious denominations now face challenges because they have chosen to sweep their clergymen's misdeeds under the rug. Schools are full of too little learning and too much violence. And the economy, well, it seems that many of the institutions that the world assumed were stable are showing some definite signs of breaking down. Shh, we have to become the witness. I tell you again that if humanity were in alignment with the divine will, it would not be in its present condition. But rest assured, this condition will be corrected early in the new millennium. That is when the entire world will find itself submerged in absolute God change, and that is when it will become mandatory, not vaccinations, and that's when it will become mandatory for everyone to question everything you believe to be true. As you all meditate, be still and know, shh, witness. As you all meditate upon the enigma of God, you will have no choice but to re-examine what you think God is. Hello, Francisco. And I ask Spirit, what will help to restore order? When everyone efforts to replace their concepts of right and wrong with a deliberate intent to live peacefully at all costs, that means no more blaming the outside world. And not even the knuckleheads that are doing it. At all cost. That alone will help the world regain its equilibrium. Just imagine what would happen if all the world's citizens truly desired peace. Imagine the quiet. Imagine the quiet that would blanket your minds and the globe if all the bickering stopped. Why, peace could come to pass overnight. But needless to say, the guidance everyone needs to make that happen cannot possibly be heard when the voices of right and wrong are still making such a racket. Yeah, sometimes those voices are so loud that they almost drive me crazy. Spirit says, Keith, when that happens, it's just the old devil and angel you talked about earlier actively enticing you to come this way. It is obvious that the devil image on your shoulder is devilish, but are you absolutely sure that the angel on your other shoulder is not the same devil in disguise? Gail says, I'm reading this book now. Thank you, Gail. She says it's beautiful, the divine principle. When reading it, it feels like Keith is sitting with you telling you his experience. I highly recommend this book. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. So in this passage, that we cannot make the choices that are correct when the voices of right and wrong are still making such a racket. A lot of noise. The outside world is not really doing anything to you. You are doing something to yourself and also contributing to the outside world. By following the devil, who is obviously devilish, and the angel, which more often than not is the same devil in disguise. Don't be fooled that you have to choose a choice from the outside world. Well, I don't like that one, so that one has to be it. Or I really don't like that one, but this is the lesser of two evils. That is still being a part of the problem and not part of the solution. Christopher says the law is in the heart. Take that. Jill says not a who in Whoville will be heard. Are you finding yourself falling into degrees of quiet, deeper levels of being quiet? And I don't mean just talking. The mind will talk for you, to you, and at you. You don't believe me? Depending on who you are, when you lay your head down at night to go to sleep, what's happening? The mind won't stop. And so the feelings don't stop. The feeling base always follows the mind base. So if your mind is making such a racket, your feelings are pretty scattered as well. God can be seen as this light source, if you will. Source, God is light. This is the mind that we hope to have. Absolute clarity, no thought, be still and know. Thinking takes you completely out of omniscience with your divine maker. As a child of God, you should be able to know everything. You are a child of God. God knows everything. Do you not pass your inheritance on down to your children? That's called birthright. So when we clear the monkey, clear the mind, and we put our divine fire into it, why peace can happen overnight. But needless to say, the choices we need to make can never happen when the voices of right and wrong are making such a racket. So if you're not finding yourself falling into deeper degrees of bliss, ecstasy, quiet, no thought, don't be hard on yourself. I just can't do this. You're doing it because now you're recognizing when you are not in no thought. And that is no thought, because it immediately reflects to you the outside world is the noise. The mind is the noise. So when you catch yourself in the mind's noise, that's the quiet you that recognizes the mind's noise. So be that same quiet soul as you witness. Center of light witness. Robert says stop thinking. And if you try to go about it by telling yourself to stop thinking, you're still thinking. If you want to have something to do with your mind, fall into prayer. Find a favorite word. It could be Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. It could be Soham, Soham, Soham. It could be Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Devadat. Whatever is your word, your prayer, stay with it. It will hasten the demise of the mind, the noise. Shh. You want to be a witness. I understand there is not only great potential, it's coming. There is a storm coming. Something tragic may happen around you in this period of high energy movement. It will move you off your center. But you don't have to feel guilty to bring yourself back to center point. Someone leaves this world that you were very close to. Be a part of the family unit. Get back to your base. Because no amount of grief is never going to heal anyone of anything. In fact, it worsens the problem. So you find you and you come back to center. Of course I love my loved one who just left. Of course I will physically miss them. But they're not gone. They're within me. Are they not? The kingdom and everyone in it is in you. When you have this kind of connection to your inner self, moving through the noise of the mind, you will no longer long to be with them because they will integrate into your own experience. That's called celebrating one's life, and it becomes a part of your life. And now you're celebrating for two. course I miss my mother and people that I care about. But I don't miss them. There's not a longing in my heart. I don't feel empty. I feel grateful. That is a sign saying this way to the new world. So the new world is not going to be a world of seeing what's going on out here. The virus, 5G, chemtrails. It's going to be this, 5D. You're now infected with a new virus, one called love and unity and peace. And all that entails. Center of light witness. Dear one, spirit begins to move into the vessel a little deeper and speaks. What is it that you seek? It's fading from your sight, is it not? Boy, if I could only go to a movie, I would treat everyone in my family to concessions as well. Well, here are some of your concessions. You must learn to be well. Period. Period. End of sentence. Period. 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 In this period, don't listen to the mishmash of the media. Don't even listen to your friends. Don't even listen to this vessel. But these things can point the way. And if that finger does not do that, don't listen at all. Don't listen at all. What you must listen to requires you to be the witness, to be still and know exactly what to do, not what you think is your best bet. That is too high of a price to pay. How has gambling with your soul worked for you before? Period. The outside world may have nuggets for you and guide you to something you're looking for. Really, what it does, it validates a belief you have currently in your head. It can be used in a useful way, mind you, pun intended, with the interjection of mind. But you have enough bombardment from the system. You have so much stimuli happening all about you. You don't know what to do with it anymore. Let's just call it for what it is. There are many lies. There are many half-truths. And there are truths out there as well. But the greatest truth, the absolute truth, is the absolute awareness that you know as you. There is no other absolute truth. So why would you look anywhere else? The new world is not one of seeing, but one of being. So in the being, be still and know. Be still and know. You have to be quiet and become the witness and observe. Otherwise, you will swerve all over the road and cause yourself an accident. Do you want that? You may say, well, no, I understand. Well, do you now? You're all in lockdown. Take this time to lock yourself into a new possibility. It's only when you change yourself from within that something from without can change. You are all needed in this precious time of awakening. Are you still sleeping? The clarion call, the alarm clock, has sounded. Now you must resound it back to your divine parent who struck a chord in you through all of this mess. And then in this beautiful idea, a union happens. The divine romance commences. This is what you are trying to achieve. Shh, when you are quiet. You must change your mental, emotional, and spiritual diet. Try it. What else do you have to lose except paradise? You've lost the last one. And as the Christ has done, and the Christians and the Christ that you are, have been given a second chance. It was always destined to happen, this window to open. But you must step in it. There is a lot of convolution, if you will, and pollution. But if you want to evolve, you must become a part of the solution, not a part of the minutia, as you say. More lessons to come. More lessons to come. Good. Be excited about them. Launch yourself from quiet when these lessons show up. And you will make a very profound statement in your being, because you're no longer trying to be in the seeing of everything. It doesn't matter what this world looks like to you from that vantage point, because you know what this entire causal universe feels like. That's the kingdom. That's the queendom. That's what you want. Are you integrating that now in your life, dear ones? Good. You want more? There's more. There's oodles more. In fact, infinite more. I implore you, support you to be confident. Upright yourself. Stand up, dear Lord, stand up and brush off your derriere for once. Take your lickings, if you will. Like a champ. Amp yourself up. Power up. Inward is upward, upward is forward, and it's toward a beautiful possibility. In everyone's world, we be different. 7.7 billion people will all have their own paradise. Some will be made out of misery. Some people are happy being there. And so be it, they will have it. Everyone gets what they want. This is an opportunity for you to have what you truly want when you refine yourself after you find yourself. Then you can remind yourself over and over and over what is truly the most important to you. But you will never find out what that is as long as you are making noise. And as long as you are grabbing onto the noise that is making it for you outside and believe any of that anymore. Yes, excellent sources can lead you to bones and scraps, paltry scraps of information. But you are the alignment. You are the one that is in a formation. Inform yourself, dear ones, about everything. Be the witness. Take it all in. Even the nonsense, take it all in. And find yourself as the observer, the witness, the one who did so well because you finally learned how to shh. This is not real. This is not real. It is not real. It's not real. It is not real. And the more you move into this window, it will try to convince you through noise. And one last attempt. Babylon is falling, y'all. And one last attempt to get another glimpse, to try to convince you with another attempt. Don't. Master Jesus was in the wilderness in the desert. He saw lots of things, was promised lots of things, refuted them all, denied them all. He knew who he was. Follow that model. Not only the promises, but also the deception. It's still all incessant noise. There's much more to come. Let me say it in a way you understand. Brace yourselves. Pace yourselves and race yourselves to this beautiful possibility that awaits you. You are loved beyond measure. Ya na va. Hello, Mary. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Carson Ann. Hello, Monica. Monica's got some tomatoes. Monica, send me my tomatoes. Carl Laperoux. What's up, brother? So tonight we have been speaking about Center of Light Witness. Shh. Give yourself one day. Practice what I'm offering. If you have not started already, and if you are, turn up the fire. Just make a pact with yourself. I am not going to speak today unless I absolutely have to. Tell your family, don't talk to me today, or don't even write it down. If they ask you a question, don't write anything as well. That's still talking. It's still creating a noise within inside. Honey, do you want something from the store? And you get a pencil and you write, yes. Don't do that. Just say, leave me alone. Let me just be in my quiet today and observe. Don't type on Facebook. Observe Facebook. Observe social media. Observe the moving abouts in the world. Observe the temptings that move through your mind like storm clouds. Even the temptings that move through your mind like fuzzy pink clouds. It's still noise. You have activity in the mind. You don't want activity in the mind. Because once the mind's got you with positive affirmations, it's going to throw one that is not so positive. Just a little bit of dirt. And you go, oh, that's a good one. And then it's going to get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. And you're going to find yourself right back into the noise. See, the mind knows what it's doing. It knows how to play you like a fiddle. Don't fiddle around. Get into your quiet. Try it. Change your diet of being from being noisy to one of being still and knowing. There's no way I cannot know. I'm connected to my divine parent. There's no way I cannot know what my next move is. It's not hard. The hardest part of this journey is learning to be quiet and witnessing. Kelly, I'm glad your fur baby is okay. Hi, Rena, Link, everyone. Donnie Kirby, what's up, bro? Let me see who's here. I love saying hello to my tribe. Hi, Kayla. Kim Gary. Kim Delinich. Okay, so everyone, I'm going to go spend some time with my beautiful young man, almost 15-year-old son. I ask him every day. I pat him on his chest. How you doing today, bud? He goes, I'm good, Dad. I say, do you understand everything? He says, yes. It's quiet. There's no bickering back and forth, no yammering on. Be quiet. Shh. Be a witness. Just sit in your house. Turn everything off and just sit there all day, looking at the room. What's going to happen after a period, which is really a comma, because what's going to seem like a life sentence of you sitting by yourself in the house, quiet, it's going to last forever. But what's going to happen after a while is you're looking at a door, or you're looking at a vent, or you're looking at a light, or a lamp, or your couch. That's all going to disappear. You're not going to be judging a couch as something apart from a lamp, as something apart from a doorknob. You're not going to see that. You're going to be in an experience of expanse. Everything is just, it just is. It just simply is. And I know that things just are because I'm quiet. I am quiet. That is truly playing in the field of infinite possibility. And when you're in that place and you want to move from that place into this place to be of the greatest influence in the world, that's the place you launch yourself from. There is no division between myself and what I'm calling nonsense out here. It's my nonsense. So how do we change the nonsense? We have to go within ourselves and find the part of ourselves that are nonsensical and heal it. That is the only way the outside world is going to change it in a way that you could see it. Everyone gets their world. We always have gotten the world we wanted. But now we're given the opportunity to really see that it's not about seeing at all. It's about being. The new world is about being, not seeing. When you achieve that, when you seek the kingdom of God within, then all things shall be added unto you. In this period, the God gate is open. The God gate is completely wide open. So now we have a second chance to reshape, mold, sculpt, script our life as we project our light and not our incessant, monkey-minded, ongoing, rambling noise. And I know the habit as human beings that we live in. You might hear this message and go, I'm going to try it. And then tomorrow you wake up, check your phone, or you put on the TV, or the family unit begins to sound off and do what they do. And it's easy just to forget all this. I've learned, when I wanted to remember something, I wrote it on the back of my hand with a permanent marker. I ain't gonna forget it then. I write it on my ceiling. I write it on a mirror in my bathroom with a bar of soap. No stories, Keith. No stories. Not even the good ones. No stories. Not even the good ones. Well, if there are no good stories, what is the purpose of living? That's the purpose of being alive, is to live. And when you truly, the life energy that moves through everyone without a story, God doesn't have a story. God is the creator, constantly creating new universal chapters infinitely. So there's no story to tell. It's a story to be lived. And when you live your story, and the credits roll at the end of your movie, end of this life, everyone in the Akashic Theater is going to stand up and go, yay! Don't believe the nonsense. Being positive all the time. That's being in denial. You have to look at your own nonsense to be positive all the time. Because it's not really about being positive. It's simply about being aligned with your divine creator, with your father, mother, principle. I like good things. I like bad things. Some people call the good things I have bad and bad good, and vice versa. So who truly owns the golden nugget? We all do. And the golden nugget is not what we thought. It's not actually a golden nugget. It's you. Rachel Woolham. Hi, Rachel. Again, she says, chronic illness, disease, pains. Rachel, as much as I love you, I've been offering you my help. And I'm still offering you my help. Not because you're broken, because you keep asking me that you're having chronic pains. And I want to offer you something to help you find some ease in your life. But as this presentation has been talking about tonight, Rachel, I'm going to say it again because I care about you. Rachel, this has a potential to go in a direction you truly do not want. Listen, we're all going to die. I don't have a problem with that for myself and many other people. But living in pain is not the quality of life. If you contact me tomorrow, I'll talk with you. But again, Rachel, I'm going to offer to you because I care. You have to be willing to let that old world die before a new one can happen. You have to be willing to shh that, to see something new as a beautiful possibility. A new world awaits you and everyone else. Hi, Rachel. There's no more time to spare. None. The clock is ticking. And that clock is ticking to nowhere. It ain't going anywhere. It's not ticking towards us something. It's done. I want to send you my love. You are loved beyond measure. Peace, love, and always remember to live in the light. It is what you are. Welcome to the new world and the greatest possibility. That greatest possibility is your full potential. God bless you.